Today's Monday, so that means another mock draft coming right up. And what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Gridiron Fantasy Football YouTube channel for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Now I'm Chip, I'm your host, and thank you so much for watching today. And today's Monday, so that means another mock draft. And I'm pretty excited about this mock draft because this is the last mock draft I get to do before I fly to Florida tomorrow night into my own draft on Friday. You know, our league has to draft pretty early due to some of the guys' work schedules and everything like that, which is a blessing and a curse just because we get to, there's players that are under the radar that are still under the radar. And when there's more preseason games and stuff like that, we tend to value those guys a little bit more. So hopefully on Friday come home with a new team that's great and try to defend my undefeated season from last year and defend my championship. So really excited about that. But with this mock draft, I want to do a 2-quarterback format, which is what I play in. So we play in a 2-quarterback 10-team format, which is an auction league. So I won't be able to simulate the auction part of it, but it gives you an example of how important quarterbacks are in this league. Generally, you just don't draft 2 starting quarterbacks. You draft, 1 or 2 backups because there shouldn't be a starting quarterback left on the free agent, waiver wire, just because, that's not smart drafting. You never want someone to be there that could potentially be a league winner. So with that being the case, let's jump into the draft. And I'm at the 4th position, so let's see what type of team I end up with in this draft. So let's go ahead and begin the draft. And with the first pick overall, Alvin Kamara is number 1. That's surprising. Out of all the leagues out there, I wouldn't be surprised if Alvin Kamara and some of them go number 1 overall, especially with the Michael Thomas news, right? Let's see. Christian McCaffrey goes 2. Dalvin Cook goes 3. Now it's my choice at the 4th position. I think this is a no-brainer. I think Derrick Henry has done enough to show me that he can be a top fantasy running back. He doesn't give you the same value that Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey or Dalvin Cook does because of the PPR format. But I'm just not going to trust Saquon Barkley right now until I hear more about what's going on with his knee. And I'm pretty sure he's going to start the season, but you never like a player just being very vague about it. So I'm going Derrick Henry with my first overall pick. And then generally what I'm going to try to do is see who's available at running back for my 2nd pick, because I like going running back heavy in these type of leagues. So we'll see. We've got Hill and Adams as the 2 receivers off the board first. Elliott rounds out the first round. Kelsey, the first tight end off the board. And now Eckler was taken at the 2-3. So I got my choice for Joe Mixon and Najee Harris at running back. So I know if I don't pick one of these guys right now, they're not going to be there on the flip around. So what I'm going to do is look at wide receiver. I think I can probably wait and get one of these top guys here in Brown, Jefferson, or Ridley. So let's go ahead and draft Mixon right here and see what happens. Nope. I was hoping for Ridley to fall to me, but that did not happen. So wide receiver wise, I do have my choice. I can get Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen a lot. Michael Thomas is still on the draft board just because he's out, but he's not out for the season, so he's still gonna get drafted. But I'm not gonna. Michael Thomas is there, but I'm not gonna take him this early. I want my number 1 wide receiver to be there when the season starts. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go Keenan Allen here. So my first 3 picks is Henry, Mixon, and Allen. Dobbins goes, Gibson goes, Jacobs goes, Edwards-Helaire goes, and then let's see. Waller goes at the 4-3. Terry McLaurin. I was hoping for Terry McLaurin to come back my way, but that didn't happen. All right, running back wise, I got my choice from Chris Carson, David Montgomery, Darrell Henderson. I could go for a quarterback right here, but what I want to do is I want to kind of solidify my running back position here, and I'm gonna go. Do I want to go Chris Carson or I want to go, yeah. I'm going to go Chris Carson here. I got two running backs that are not very big PPR guys, but that's what the availability is there. And now when it comes to my 5th pick at the 5-4, I think that I got Robert Woods here, Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen. I really like Robert Woods this year. I don't know what it is. I think it's the Matthew Stafford element, but I think that Robert Woods is in for a big season. So I'm going to go ahead and take Robert Woods here. And let's see what quarterbacks fall to me on the turnaround. So I'll probably reach for a quarterback if there's one there. You know, Murray goes, Wilson goes, Prescott goes. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for my first quarterback now. I'm going to get Justin Herbert. The team up with Keenan Allen. So I got my stack. So Kenny Galladay goes, Jamar Chase, James Robinson, Andrews, Deontay Johnson, and Gaskin. So here I got my options right now. What I like about this is that, you know, we got Derrick Henry, Mixon, Carson, my running backs. I got Allen and Woods as my quarterback. I'm sorry, my wide receivers, and Justin Herbert as my quarterback. So I can go and double up my quarterbacks here and get, you know, someone like a Tom Brady, a Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow. When it comes to best player available, though, I think it'd be nice to get another wide receiver in here. And then I got my options between Tyler Lockett and Brandon Ayuk. Now, I am not a big fan of having a running back and wide receiver from the same team. So with me having Chris Carson, I'm going to draft Brandon Ayuk here just because I think he has some really big potential this year. And see what quarterbacks fall to me in the 8th round. Let's see. Javonte Williams goes. Clay Chase Edmond goes. Melvin Gordon. Waddle. Beckham. So Brady, Lawrence go. Back to back. So now who do I have available here? I got my options with Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts. You know, if you've been listening to the podcast and watched some of the mock drafts, like Jalen Hurts, I understand the excitement about him. And I did a would you rather with Justin Herbert and Jalen Hurts, but I don't have to make that decision. I get them both on my team, so I'm gonna take Jalen Hurts here. You know, at this usually how it falls. I mean, I'm not gonna be dumb and not pick Jalen Hurts when he's there. So Justin Herbert and Jalen Hurts are my quarterbacks. So now it's just all about best player available. So running back wise, we got Fournette, Davis, Mostert, Ronald Jones, Kenyon Drake. I think out of all these guys, because Mike Davis is the one that's going to be the starting running back without a timeshare, I'm going to take Mike Davis here in the 9th round. And then let's see what falls to me at wide receiver on the flip. Let's see. Wide receiver, I got Robbie Anderson, Brandon Cooks, Laviska Shenault. Quarterback wise, Trey Lance, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more picks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll grab Robbie Anderson. Why not? You know, I got some pretty good depth here. So, yeah, Allen, Woods, Ayuk, and Robbie Anderson as my wide receivers. Let's see, what's available at running back? Now, I do like Michael Carter. You know, there's potential of him being the starter. You know, so I could take a flyer on him. I can grab another wide receiver if I wanted to, and Landry Fuller. I think there's so many wide receivers you can plug and play and stream. I think it's hard to get running backs, so I'm gonna get Michael Carter a shot here and see what happens at the 12-7. All right, so I gotta think about tight end now. So let's see, tight end. Yeah, I waited too long for a tight end, so I'm just gonna draft whoever's best available at the very end of the draft. Wide receiver wise, I got Curtis Samuel, Michael Pittman, Antonio Brown, and Michael Gallup. Mike Williams. I already had Keenan Allen, so I'm not gonna even draft Mike Williams. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take Antonio Brown. Actually, I think Antonio Brown is being a little underrated. I think that the Bucs wide receivers as a whole, I don't like any of them. For like your wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 because of just so many weapons, and I think that Antonio Brown kind of fits in that value pick where you don't expect him to be your every week starter, but you have a guy that you can fit in your 3rd slot or in your flex. So I think that's not a bad pick for for Antonio Brown there in the 12th round. All right, so now I'm on the flip at the 13-4. Let's see. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my last quarterback. And I'm going to go with Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz, being with Frank Wright again, I think, a new scenery. I think this is a good chance for him to have a really good season. So Carson Wentz as my backup, not bad. Having Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, and Carson Wentz, I think that's pretty solid to me. All right, we got 3 more picks. So let me see. I'm going to get wide receiver a look and then running back. Let's see. From a PPR standpoint, I'm going to go with J.D. McKissick. He had so many targets last year, and he's such a focal point of that offense with Gibson. I like him there. All right, so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do at tight end. So tight end with my second to last pick. We got Zach Ertz, Austin Hooper, Jonnu Smith, Adam Troutman. So Adam Troutman is the guy that I'm going to draft because I think with Michael Thomas being gone, and Alvin Kamara is he's the guy that's going to probably get the workload, and so there needs to be another guy in there other than Alvin Kamara can't do everything himself. So I think Adam Troutman has a good potential to be a breakout tight end this year. So I'm going to draft him with my second to last pick, and now with my last pick, I'm going to grab a defense. And usually with defenses, let you can grab one of the top defenses. You're just going to stream whoever you can and hope you get one of those good defenses on your roster. But my options are the Titans, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. I'm just gonna go with the Titans and finish out my draft here. All right, so that is it for my draft. So let's see what I got. At quarterback, I got Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. At running back, I got Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon. At the wide receiver position, I got Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, Brandon Ayuk. At tight end, I got Adam Troutman. My flex, I got Chris Carson right there. For my defense, I got Tennessee Titans. And on my bench, I got Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson, Michael Carter, Antonio Brown, Carson Wentz, and J.D. McKissick. That's not a bad bench for your depth, right? So, Mike Davis potentially could be a fantasy stud. He was a top 12 last year running back. So with him getting the full workload in Atlanta, the only downside is Atlanta doesn't have they're a pass-heavy offense, so that's the only downside to that. But I think Mike Davis can potentially be a top 12 running back. Robbie Anderson, he's a good, streamer or, flex guy. Michael Carter, he could win the job over Tevin Coleman and be a guy that could be a league winner. Antonio Brown, good depth. Carson Wentz, good backup for a bye week or whatnot. And J.D. McKissick, he's a good, he's a good flex when it comes to PPR formats because he gets a lot of targets and he's involved in the offense. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid roster. I mean, if you look at some of these other rosters, I think that with 10-team leagues like this, you're going to see it's going to be more condensed. It's going to be a lot more solid teams overall. Every team's going to have a couple studs on it. So, when it comes to those leagues, you have to really have a good gut feeling about certain guys to really solidify your roster. But that is it for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be back next month with another mock draft. So see you then. Take care.